Hello, this is Keely, the Crochet Queen at Hooking Love. This video is one in a series of how to start crocheting. This video will be about how to hold your hook and your yarn at the same time, which as a beginner can be quite stressful. So holding your hook and your yarn, that's what we're going to talk about. What we'll have a look at next is how to hold the yarn and the hook at the same time, which feels incredibly difficult at first. Or at least it did for me. You might find it really simple, and I really hope that's true. But for me, it felt very difficult. So I've already made a slip knot, and I have put that onto my hook, and we will talk about putting a slip knot, speak again properly. And we'll talk about putting a slip knot onto your hook in another video. In order to hold your hook and yarn, you need to have some tension in the yarn. So we don't want the yarn to be super, super tight. We just want it to have some tension so that when you are using the hook to pull it through, it's not like this and all floppy and you can't get hold of it, or it's not so tight that when you're doing it, it's really difficult to get that hook through the hole. So we'll show you the way that I do it. Again, there are many different ways to hold your yarn, and as long as you get it how you want to, I've seen people have it around the wrist. You can get a little, almost like a slip ring that sits on one of your fingers that you can pull it through, whichever way suits you. But this is my way, and this is the way I find I use it. So what I do is I wrap the working end of the yarn, so this is the working end of the arm, around my little finger, like that. I pull it so that it goes over the top of my pointer finger, and my pointer finger is what gives this the tension. And you'll notice that I pull my little finger down towards the palm, so it allows me to still move the yarn through, but it still helps to aid with the tension. So this is my preferred way of doing it. Then the next thing we've got to think about is what we're going to do with this tail yarn, because if we don't hold on to this is just going to slip up. So every time you go to try and do something, it sort of slips around on itself. So we need to be holding this. When I started trying to hold this, use this, keep that tension, was near on impossible. But of course it's not, because I now do it without even thinking about it. And that's why we're hoping that you're going to be soon. So you don't hold this tail with this hand, because it means you can't move this hand freely enough to be able to work your piece. So we hold it with this hand. So you can see that this hand is doing quite a lot. Yeah, we're holding, for me, yarn under the little finger, over the pointer finger, and then the index finger and the thumb are now holding the tail end of the yarn. Okay, so get comfortable with this, start to think about how you're going to do this, but you need both of these areas to have some tension in them in order for you to be able to work them.